Hey, this is Raina. Halloween is approaching fast. So let's learn to crochet these skulls today. And you can attach them to your gloves like I did and complete your Halloween costume with something you made on your own. Here's how it looks when you put the glove on. I think it's so cool. You can make faces with the skull. And I'm using crochet hook size 3.25 millimeters D and crochet thread. This is size 3. That will make a good size of a skull. Okay, and we're going to start with initial knot, and we're going to chain 14. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. And then I'm going to join with a slip stitch into the ring. Okay. And chain another 14. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. And now join again into that same space so that you will form a figure 8. And this is a slip stitch I'm using here. Okay, here we go. And then the next step is to single stitch 19 times into the first ring. 1, 2, 3. And when I'm done with my 19 single stitches into the first ring, I want to slip stitch into this connecting point here. Okay, and then crochet 19 single stitches into the second ring, same way. 1, 2, 3, 4. And when I'm done with 19 stitches, single stitches into the second ring, I want to slip stitch into the middle here again. And then this is the first point where I want to cut off my thread and fasten off. Okay. Okay, we've got our skull eyes. And next step, we're going to join the thread again. Make a stitch. And I'm going to join it in the 7th single stitch from the middle. So I'm going to count here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay. Pull your thread through and make a first single stitch. And now make single stitch into the next 6 stitches. So 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and now go over to the second ring and also single stitch 7. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. And now next couple of rows we're going to decrease stitches the beginning and end of each row. So I'm going to turn and I'm going to single stitch 2 together. So I'm gonna pull through the first one, pull through second one, and then single stitch together. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, and again single stitch 2 together to decrease. 1 and 2, and then pull through both of them. Turn, and now do the same until you reach only 4 single stitches in the middle. I've reached the last row of the top of the head, skull, so I'm gonna do again single stitch 2 together. Then I have 4 stitches in the middle, and one more time single stitch 2 together. There, top is done, and again cut the thread and fasten off. Okay, next we're going to work the bottom part of the skull. For that we're going to, let's make the slip initial knot to be ready. Then I'm going to count 8 stitches from the middle part here. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Single stitch into this one. Join the yarn thread and single stitch, and single stitch 4 more. So total of 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Next, chain 3. 1, 2, 3. Jump over to the other ring. Skip 3 stitches. 1, 2, 3. And single stitch into the next. And 4 more. So total 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, turn. Okay, next row, skip the first single stitch and single stitch into the next. So 1, 2, 3, 4. Then single stitch 3 times into the chain space. 1, 2, 3, and 4 more to the other side. 1, 2, 3, 4. Just leave the last one undone. Okay. Now turn and single stitch 11 across the whole row. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Turn. And now we're gonna make the teeth. Chain 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Skip the next single stitch and double crochet into the next. Chain 1. Skip next single stitch, double crochet into the next. Chain 1. Skip single stitch, double crochet into the next. chain 1, skip single stitch, double crochet into the next, one more time, chain 1 and double crochet into the last. We made 5 teeth and we're gonna make a second row, so chain 4 again, 2, 3, 4, turn and do the same row. I completed the second row of teeth, and all we need to do now is to single stitch all around the skull. That will be our last row. So I'm gonna just start here on the side and just try to find the stitches so that it would look even all around. Easier to stitch into the previous row single stitches, and then comes again the side of the row. I'm just gonna find space to try and make it as even as possible. Here we've reached the top, and I'm going to leave the thread ends as they are, because they come really handy afterwards when I attach the skull to the glove. I'm just using these threads to with my needle to attach them. Okay, so we need to single stitch the other half. And I've stitched now all around the skull. I'm just going to single slip stitch into the very first one. And this is it. You're ready to fasten off and cut the thread. I think it's a fun and easy project to make with your children with, so that they can make their own decorations for Halloween this year. And have fun with this one. Let me know if you have any questions at all. I'm happy to help. And happy Halloween.